everyone, it's Krista and welcome back to my world. So let's talk cream shadows today. I don't have a huge collection, but I do have enough to do a Tete-A-Tete video, which it's Tete-A-Tete Tuesday. So before I jump into what I have and what I love about them or don't love about them, let me just tell you what I expect out of a cream shadow. Now, I expect a cream shadow to last all day, not crease, be able to sheer out to nothingness, so there's just the faintest wash over my eyelid, and I don't want it to emphasize the crepiness that are my eyelids. And I don't have 20-year-old eyelids anymore. They are twice that in age, and I have some very crepey issues right here, and I don't want my eyeshadow to emphasize that or draw attention to it. So I always layer my cream shadow over a primer. Some of them I've just, for the sake of testing them out, have worn them without, but I always prefer them over a primer, particularly in the summer, because I do live my life outdoors and it has to hold up all day in the heat, in the sunlight, and through sweating. So let's get started. I think, like everyone in the makeup world, when you get your first cream shadow, it's a MAC paint pot. I know mine certainly was. When I started watching YouTube 4 years ago, everyone had Painterly or Soft Ochre. I had Painterly. I since gave that to my cousin because I don't like it. And she will probably be getting the only one I have in my collection. And this is Constructivist. And it's a really beautiful bronze color. I'm not going to swatch these just because there are professional swatches that people take with really great technology online that you can go look these up if you're interested in them. But I will list them all in the down bar. So this one is much creamier than Painterly ever thought about being. But it is difficult to work with, and I cannot wear it on its own over my shadow primer because it will crease. It doesn't matter what I do, it creases and it wears off during the day. It just doesn't have the longevity that I wish that my others do. So I don't even think I wore this at all this last year, maybe once, just for the sake of saying, oh, I wore it this year. But I will probably be rehoming that to someone that has 20-year-old eyes and can get away with it. Next up I only have one from this line, and it is Shiseido, and it isn't because I don't adore it. I do. Their color range stinks. And this is the Shimmering Cream Eye Color in BR709. It is gorgeous. If you ever wanted MAC's Patina eyeshadow in cream form, ladies, this is it. It's just beautiful. And it is so pretty on the eyelid, and really it's almost like an eye job, an eye lift in a cream shadow, because what texture is on my lids it really just de-emphasizes it, and it's just phenomenal. They do have one other shade in their range that I will be picking up. It's this beautiful brown. It will probably replace the Constructivist. But everything else is like these bright sort of Skittle pastel colors, and they're just not in my wheelhouse. So Shiseido, if you're watching, please, please, please come out with some taupes and some beautiful shades for us neutral colored lovers. That would be swell. Okay, next up are the Chanel Illusion Domes. I have two, number 84 Epatant, which is this beautiful greeny metallic shimmery, seriously shimmery silver, beautiful for a going out look. And then I have number 2 Emerveille. Now this one layers beautifully over powder shadow, which is the only way that I wear it. I never wear it as a base just because it's so glittery and glowy, and it's really pretty to just sort of dip your finger in the pot and then just barely tap it over the top of basically any eye look. It's just stunning. Highly recommend that one. The Emerveille, I know a lot of people love this one, but I will show you. So hardly any product. a little more product, but not enough to lay down on my eye. Like, I would be here for 10 minutes trying to build up enough product on my finger to put on my eye. And then I would have to go back and do it over. Now, I can pick this up with a synthetic brush. I sort of stab the product and then pick it up, and then I have to apply it with a brush, which is not my favorite method. I prefer using my fingers. So I haven't worn it on its own just because it's not a color that is typically suited for my coloring. I do like it as a base underneath browns and golds. It's pretty. But for the money, I'm really kind of disappointed in it. Next up is not technically a cream shadow, but I wear it as a cream shadow, and I can wear this one all on its own, and that's because it's one of the Laura Mercier Eye Basics, which is a eyeshadow base, and it's in Flax. They have this beautiful sheen to them, and which showing it isn't going to look like anything just because it's sort of a skin tone, but I really like it just by itself when I'm in a hurry. Really brightens the eye up. Next up, I do have a drugstore option for you, the only one that I have, and it's the Milani Shadow Eyes 12-Hour Wear Eyeshadow Pencil in 03 Champagne Toast. Really pretty. I do have it just as an inner corner highlight. I was playing around with it and put it because I was bored. Really pretty. I do really like this. It does last all day on the lid. I just wish they had more neutral colors. They have a warm brown, which is too warm for me, and then all the other colors are, I don't know, drag queen colors. If you have them and you like them and you're not a drag queen, please don't be offended, but I don't like bright colors on my eyelids. I don't want them to overpower my baby blue peepers. So next up is actually one I'm really disappointed in. I just bought it last week, and it's the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Sand Glow. Now the color is stunning, and I think this is one of the most overhyped products on YouTube that I have come across in a while. The color is really pretty, but I cannot wear it as a completely blended out wash. For one, it's very hard to blend. It's not super creamy. It draws on creamy, but it doesn't blend out very well. And two, when I do get it blended out, the shimmer that's in it sticks to the high points on the surface of my lid and really shows the texture of my eyelid, and is not flattering. Now, if I want to wear a little more on the lid, then that doesn't seem to be an issue, but it's one I kind of have to work with, and for how little product you get 1.64 grams, which is next to nothing, 0.05 ounces for $24. Yeah, I will be keeping it because I love the color, but I won't be purchasing any others from the line. I'm really just kind of disappointed in it. What I'm not disappointed in, and I will be owning many, many, many more of these, are the Sephora Jumbo Liner 12-Hour Waterproof Pencils. I have two shades. They have a plethora of shades. I will be going back. This is Taupe, and then that is Dark Taupe Shimmer. I'm actually wearing Dark Taupe Shimmer blended out into my other color that I have on my lid today, but Taupe, Dark Taupe Shimmer, gorgeous. I will tell you one caveat is when, like this morning when I put it on, I drew it on one eye and then went to the other eye and to put it on that one, and then when I came back to smoke it out, it had already set. So apply, blend, move on. That's my recommendation for these, but they do last all day, and every color of the rainbow they have, so I definitely will be picking up more of these. Runs circles around the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick and has twice as much product for $10 less. So yeah, why would I give Laura Mercier my money when I can give it to Sephora? Of course it's giving it all to Sephora, isn't it? I know. Next up is the Benefit Cream Shadow, Creaseless Cream Shadow in Birthday Suit. It's been around YouTube for a really long time. I guess they've repackaged. I don't know if they reformulated. It's this beautiful taupe. I have to be careful. It does blend out really, really well. Super easy to deal with and sets and lasts all day and is stunning on the lid. But I have to be careful how sheer I get it. or I wind up with a little bit of what the Laura Mercier did, where the sparkle in this will sort of just adhere to the raised portion of the texture on my skin. It will just sort of show that a little bit, but I can still blend this out to almost nothing. I just can't take it as far as I do the next ones that I'm going to show you, which are holy grail in my world. Will not live without them. I own 4 of them, and if they had more colors that I loved, if they had 15 other shades that I loved, I would own all 15. I kid you not. I would just chunk all of my powder shadows and I would live the rest of my life in cream shadow. That's how much I love these. That's my feelings on it today. I can change tomorrow, but holy grail all the way. And they are the Smashbox Limitless 15-Hour Wear Cream Shadows. I'm not going to show you all of them just because we're running short on time, but I will show you my favorite, and it's the one that I'm wearing today, and it is Gemstone. These are so, it looks really metallic in the pot, and you can build, like building it up to that color is nothing, but you can shear them out, and they are so creamy and give you so much time to work with them and blend them. I put it on my lid and I just work it up into my crease, and I can move it around and get the eye shape that I want, and it's just beautiful. And then when you apply powder shadows over the top of it, it doesn't catch and grab. I can do the lightest wash with a fluffy brush, and the eyeshadow just goes on uniformly, and it's beautiful. And I don't know how I lived without these in my life before I had them. And like I said, I have all the neutral shades that they offer, Smashbox, if you're listening. But they're just gorgeous. And 15 hours, I don't know about that, but I dang sure get 12 or 13. Now, there's some definite wear by the 13-hour mark, but it's not patchy wear. It wears off evenly, and it's not that you just, and we're talking about when I wash them out to nothing. If I wear them more layered, then there's just the slightest bit of wear, as there are with all of them, but it's so minimal, people will just think that's how you put your makeup on. It's not like your eye makeup disappears. And for those of you that know, you know, and those that you don't know, I will tell you, I live my life outdoors, in the sun, in the heat, in extreme weather swings, and I sweat, and it just has to hold up. And they do. They're the most amazing thing I have ever put on my eyelid ever, and cannot live without them, and I cannot recommend them highly enough. So that is my cream shadows in a nutshell. If you guys have some other formulas or some other colors you think I might like, you obviously can tell by looking that I like the neutrals. Please list them below, and I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them if I am able. And that is it for this one, and we will see you when we see it. Bye.